Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First for the Thunder. Backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. And in the paint, holding down the pivot, a physical and bruising big man at 6'10", Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins. And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka in at the 4. And for the Raptors, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. And there's Rudy Gay, and it's Johnson in at the power forward.
Well, you know, it seems that Amir Johnson is the kind of player who's always in and out of the starting lineup. Never really had a chance to lock down that starting role for an extended period of time last year, but was pretty good when he did get the nod.
And so it's the Raptors sitting on the board first. And Westbrook, here we go, gets the bucket.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Here's the Raptors with the ball. And for Amir Johnson, it's pretty unbelievable, but he's approaching a decade in the NBA. The kid from Los Angeles, it just seemed like the other day, you know, he was just coming to the league. Just 26 years of age, and here he is, almost a decade in the league.
Yeah, drafted out of Westchester High School in Los Angeles. You wonder how his development would have been different if he'd gone the college route, but he does seem to be coming on now the last couple of seasons.
3 from Gay, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
It's Westbrook with the drive. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Westbrook's got his second basket of the game.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
You know, with the recent success of Oklahoma City, you forget that in Kevin Durant's first season, they started out going 3-29, and I tell you what, you talk about their success, it's due to the resilience and perseverance and leadership of Kevin Durant and the rest of those guys.
Now here is Lowry, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Gay can't hit. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Gay, all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Well, there is a culture of hard work, as Clark is talking about, and the perseverance for this Oklahoma City Thunder organization. Their star players, Steve, get a lot of credit, but it's the whole organization, don't you think?
No question. It's the culture that was set. Scott Brooks has continued to kind of establish that atmosphere in the locker room. And they have players who just want to work and want to get better. And when you have a large group of people all with that same approach,
to start. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
Here's Gray. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That's his first foul. Here's Augustine. The shot is off. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
So often teams that are near the bottom of the East tend to get drummed by the Western Conference teams, and that was the story last season for the Raptors. Had some close games and even a few upsets, but out west they didn't fare very well.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Gentlemen, for Kevin Durant, last season probably his best yet. Among other things, he increased his assists while limiting his turnovers. Durant said, "It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for the play to develop, whether finding my teammate or finding a shot for myself." Guys, he said the game is slowing down for him, and he understands that to win it all, he has to get the best out of his teammates. He can't do it by himself.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris. Well, picking up that talk again on the Raptors, teams out west have so many great forwards to deal with that when you try and go up against them with the stretch four like the Raptors have had, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, particularly rebounding and defensively, Kevin. That's one of the reasons Toronto traded Bargnani to the Knicks in the offseason. They wanted to be a little better in terms of being physical, being more punishing with their post players, and having a better defensive presence.
The Raptors have been in the rebuilding process for a while now, and even though they still didn't crack the postseason, they were able to do something they haven't done in several years. Win more than they lose here in Toronto.
Lamb passes to Jackson. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Raptors leading by 10. Here's Ross. Here's Fields. Count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And it might seem like such a small accomplishment, but going back to what you said, Clark, about the Raptors, that they are a young team, and it takes small steps like that to climb up the standings, Steve, you know, this year to year.
Yeah, no question. I mean, unless you have a once-in-a-lifetime or at least once-in-a-generation type player in the draft, you have to do it with smaller steps, and that's what the Raptors are trying to do.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Ibaka.
Well, something special about him, guys, is just how good he is at winning the so-called second shot game, going hard to the offensive glass, salvaging points with his putbacks.
And another thing he's known for all over the league is what an angry shot blocker he is. He does it with an attitude when he knocks it out of the air and sends it behind the shooter.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Good on the shot. Raptors leading by 10.
Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the quarter.
That's what they should have in mind here.
Gay outside. Lets it go from deep. Good. Gay's got 11 points.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And that does it for the...
Now, presented by Sprint.
Great.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well.
Rudy Gay playing very well. He has 11 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
You know, after the Rudy Gay trade sent Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now the Raptors were his team. And while that might be debatable, he's clearly got the talent to run a team at the point.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Toronto has usually been on the wrong end of free agency in the past, but DeMar DeRozan doesn't understand it. He says of Toronto, quote, "It's a great city. It's really diverse. The culture's great. The fan base is great. They might not be getting any big free agents, but DeMar might be working on that, guys."
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris. And back to Kyle Lowry, a good passer, also an amazing rebounder for a 6-foot-tall guard.
He's physical, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's confident. can see how aggressive he is offensively, always looking to draw contact and get to the free throw line.
And it's Westbrook missing. Toronto leading by 13. DeRozan with it. Guarded now by Durant. Another miss by DeRozan.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half. An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
You know, last season, the Thunder marched their way to the top seed in the West and spent most of the season battling for that top spot with San Antonio. And it was the Thunder's play on the road that was the big difference between the two.
Our timeout called by Oklahoma City. You know, another note on the Thunder and the road dominance. You're always going to have to be fantastic on the road if you want to win in the West. And the Thunder, Steve, clearly the best in the West on the road.
Yeah, 26 wins for them, 2 more than the next few teams in the conference. And the only team that had more road wins than them on the year in the NBA was the Heat. So just a terrific season for the Thunder, both at home and on the road. Of course, kind of got derailed by the Westbrook injury in the playoffs.
Perkins. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Perkins got his first basket of the night. Toronto leading by 14.
And Thabo Sefolosha, guys, you know he's from last season enjoyed the best shooting of his career. He set career best in field goal percentage and three-point percentage, 48% and 43% respectively.
Pass to Westbrook. 3-pointers. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Fires the 3. And again, it's Gay with the triple. Gay's got 6 points in the quarter. And Clark, you mentioned Sefolosha. One is a wing defender, but it's encouraging, Steve, to see him shooting so well.
Yeah, and he's become more aggressive offensively, too. He really is a 3-point shooter, kind of a spot-up guy. But, you know, at times last year, we'd see him go down on the block and post up smaller guards.
5 on the clock. Double team on Westbrook. Ibaka. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Ibaka's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Hasheem Thabeet, he's checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Westbrook. Right side Durant. Back to Westbrook for the 3. No good there. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. But we'll see how much things change up here.
Hey, we all know how hard it was for the Thunder going into last season to trade away their 6-man star, James Harden, but it was something that had to be done. They really missed his playmaking ability, though, and I think they missed him in the locker room, too. Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. Tough day so far.
Here's Gay outside. The Raptors rebound. Hansborough, that's good. Hansborough's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Raptors. Thunder trailing by 17. And for the Thunder, a financial decision to trade away Harden. They've already tied up Steve money and big contracts to Durant and to Westbrook, Ibaka, and Perkins.
And Kevin, I think a lot of people question why they didn't keep Harden and maybe move Ibaka or Perkins. I think Perkins would have been maybe the best option, but he's really looked at as their best post defender and a guy who brings leadership and toughness. So it was a very difficult decision, but there's no doubt this team missed James Harden.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Hasheem Thabeet. Here's DeRozan, misses the 3. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Westbrook kicks to Sefolosha. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Lowry from outside. Here's Hansborough. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good.
They're looking significantly better now, but still a long way to go to get all the way back into this.
Well, at least the effort's there now. It had been sorely lacking early.
Durant dishes to Westbrook. And it's off the back rim. No good.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
3 from Gay. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 9. With the floater. Here's Cephalosha. Gets it to go. Cephalosha's got 8 here in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
You got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He wants them to pick it up and really go for it right now, saying, no time like the present, gentlemen. Embrace it. Embrace the spotlight, and let's make it happen. Kevin, let's see what they can do.
And Lowry gets it to go.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
I said get in no time at all.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Well defended. And he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 9.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Here's DeRozan. Kept alive. Durant against Lowry. Durant, the pass to Westbrook. Shoots from the high post. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Here's Jackson. Offline. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They kicked